Hey YouTube, welcome back. Alright, in this video I want to talk about Cardi B's sister, Cardi B's sister's response to Amara La Negra and the interview that she did with The Breakfast Club. And I was like, well, she she has a few responses actually, but this is her initial response, and I'm going to read through this. And I'm going to read through this and I'm going to analyze and tell you what's really happening when she's saying what she's saying here. All right. So let's get into this. Let's just jump right into this. All right. So Cardi B's sister, Hennessy Carolina Amazar. Yeah. All right. She posted, I believe, on Instagram. And by the way, this post has like a lot of spelling errors. I mean, I know, on like social media, people do kind of like, spell things a little, you know, funny ways here and there. But I'm like, what level of education does this woman have? Yeah. So let's get into it. All right. So Cardi B's sister posted, and by the way, she has a million, 1.7 million followers on Instagram. Does she do anything in particular? All right. Enough with that. All right, here we go. For real. Okay, I like her. She's obviously beautiful. Spelling obviously wrong. This is the same message my sister been trying to spread for a while now, but it doesn't count because she's not so dark. So right here, this is the point. This is the point right here where it goes left from here. It didn't take long for this message to go left. Like she started out her first sentence, okay. Even her first sentence though was low key shady. You're like, I like her. She's obviously beautiful. All right, but let's continue. So I don't like. So let's see. So what I don't like is that they asked her if she feels that Cardi made it because she's lighter skinned, and she mad. She mad. As she was trying to say she made a face, but she didn't spell made correctly. She spelled it M-A-D instead of M-A-D-E. So she made a face, basically insinuating, quote unquote, yes. And then she's like, people fuck with Cardi because of who she is, not because she's quote unquote light skinned. I think that's what Charlemagne was trying to say. All right, so let's discuss what she just said right there. All right, right there. Right off the bat, notice what triggers Hennessy and Cardi B's sister, what triggers her to make this response, right? Notice that this triggered her. Amara La Negra made a face. Nothing else in that whole interview triggered her to make a response. Trigger her to respond. Not anything Charlemagne or DJ Envy said in that interview triggered her to make a response. Just Amara La Negra making a face about Cardi B in reference to her asking, or to the question that DJ Envy asked, which was, do you think Cardi B popped off because she's light skinned? She popped and became successful because she's light skinned. She just made a face, and this, like, Hennessy, Cardi B's sister, she couldn't take that. That's what triggered her. Nothing else in that interview. This is what triggered her. Right? No, you got to be really mindful of what people respond to as well as what they don't respond to. Please be mindful of that. Please note that. Make a note of that. Right? As well, she says in this, she has said, people like Cardi B because of who she is, not because she's light skinned. Well, no one's ever said that people like Cardi B just because she's light skinned. No one ever said that. I mean, there's a lot of light skinned people in the world, you know. So of course, no one's saying that. I think that's what you took it as, Hennessy, Cardi B's sister. Honestly, that's probably what we should be calling her, Cardi B's sister. That's what she took it as. And low key, she's kind of like supporting Charlemagne. She's like, that's what he was, I think that's what Charlemagne was trying to say. Low key, showing that she's supporting Charlemagne, right? Let's continue though. A girl from the same country with the same hair and braids from the hood that had to become a stripper because it was hard for her to find a job because of her hair and color. Spelling error. People like her because she doesn't sugarcoat shit. That's why people like her, not because she's light skinned. Okay, well, if you saying folks like her because she don't sugarcoat shit, well, if Amara La Negra had said what she really wanted to say, that would have been not sugarcoating shit, and you would have been pissed off really about that. So shut up. Just shut up. All right. Also, she says, she had said, oh, a girl from the same country with the same hair and braids from the hood. Trying to say like, oh, we the same. Like we, like, and she also goes into that later in this post. Well, let's continue. Just like the same reason people are liking you, not because you're dark, but you seem like a talented sweetheart. Actually, I kind of think there are a lot of people, especially dark-skinned women, who are gravitating toward her because she's dark, as well as other things. It's not just because of that, though. But that is a factor. Let's be real, that plays a factor, too, because a lot of dark-skinned women are, like, riding for Amara La Negra and going hard in the paint for Amara La Negra, right? Because they kind of can see themselves in her, right? So while it's not just because of dark skin, that plays a factor in it too, as well as the way that Amara La Negra looks. Because if she didn't look as good as she did, she probably wouldn't get as much support. Let's be real. There is privilege in looking, being in the beauty standard, looking a certain way. Looking the way that people consider attractive and beautiful. There's privilege in that, right? Because if Cardi B was straight busted, she wouldn't have made it. Let's be honest. All right, so let's continue. You auditioned for a Latin soap opera. She spelled opera with two A's. She spelled it as in APERA instead of OPERA. Alright, so you auditioned for a Latin soap opera and got denied, not Cardi. So don't say that they accepted her now, quote unquote, because she light skinned, because she's not in no soap opera. Again, she misspelled soap opera. She got the talent to rap in English and in Spanish, not because she light skinned. Not only do we have to hear from the hip hop community that we not dark enough, but another spelling error. But now we got to hear it from a girl from our same country. She low key trying to set up. She's setting it up for what she about to go into later in this letter, in this post. But let me talk about this stuff right here. You auditioned for a Latin soap opera and got denied, not Cardi. Okay, all right. She didn't blame that on Cardi B. She didn't blame that on light-skinned women. She didn't even blame it on the black community, Afro-Latino community, etc. She didn't. She blamed it on the Latin community. She didn't come for anyone in the community when she said that comment, though. It's not about you. That's the thing, too. It's like these light-skinned folks, especially these light-skinned women, they come into these conversations, derail it, and make it about them. She made this whole situation about her, well, really about Cardi and other light-skinned women, when it was about dark-skinned women. It wasn't about light-skinned women. You know? And that's really a flex of privilege right there. Being able to come into the conversation and make it about you. You know? Without anyone calling you out on it. You know? Because if Amara did this, they would call her out on it. And say, no, this isn't about you. You know? Stop trying to steal the light-skinned girl's shine. Right? And also, she doesn't seem really sympathetic about this situation. She's like basically saying, it's like, it's not our fault that you got denied from a Latin soap opera, you know. And Cardi, no one attacked Cardi B's talent, even though there's room to do that. But she didn't attack her talent, you know. And then she said, not only do we have to hear from the hip hop community, what the hell? What the hell is the hip hop community? That we not dark enough, but now we got to hear it from a girl from our same country. And when has the hip hop community, or whatever you want to call it, have they ever said that girl's not dark enough? When has that ever come up? When they're like, no, she too light. Who said that? Who has said that in the hip hop community? When has that ever come up? All right. And also, I don't even know if you. And low key, I think they kind of be one those type of light skinned folks who be trying to jump in and out of blackness when convenient. You know, racially ambiguous folks who like to jump in and out of blackness when convenient. You know. But let's continue with this post. This is when it really starts getting interesting. Right. Oh God, these spelling errors, I swear. She spelled weird as in where. She spelled it like, you know, where are you? She spelled it like where, that type of a where, instead of weird. You need to forget about this colorism stuff and go into like remedial English classes, because these spelling errors aren't making you look good. But she says, oh God, we're Trinidadian and Dominican. My sister had your same hair, honey, to the T. Spread the message and do what you gotta do. But to basically say Cardi B got accepted because she light, it's ridiculous. Because everyone's seen the struggle. And that being said, we're all black. Let me stop right there and talk about what she said before we get into this all skin tones matter bullshit. All right. So, hair texture, saying, oh, you know, because she's trying to set up like, oh, we're all the same, right? You know, that low-key shit thing where it's like, when it's convenient, we're all the same, you know, you my people, you my sister, right? Let's see. And she's like, spread the message and do what you gotta do. I don't even know where that came from, but okay. All right. But let's get back into this. It's ridiculous because everyone's seen the struggle. And that being said, we're all black. Right? We're all black. Right? I don't even know if these if Cardi B even claims her blackness like that, unless she wants to get away with saying nigga in her songs, then she black, right? I think I may end up making a video about that too, about is Cardi B black? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. No. All right. No. Um, but here we go. We're all black. Every Caribbean country had slave owners. Some were French, some were Spaniard, some were British, etc. Okay, we all know that. But that's what we be telling you Dominican folk. I mean, not me personally, because I don't give a fuck if Dominican folks be claiming us or not. But yeah, that's what a lot of black folks be telling other black folks, right? Who kind of be like, oh, I'm not this. I'm like, I ain't that regular mustard. I'm Grey Poupon. No, I ain't that regular mustard. I'm, Dijon mustard. Heck, I'm honey mustard. I ain't regular mustard like you guys. I'm that special mustard, right? I'm not just mustard. All right, but let's continue. They mix with African and Indian. We are woke, and we're fighting for the same rights, girl. So please, I understand the message. She's darker tone, but don't say she's where she is because where she's at because she's light skinned. Because she's light. Go to the Latin world and tell them this, but don't come here and saying Cardi accepted because she's light. Cardi B made it because, and she put this in all caps, by the way. Cardi B made it because she put in work that most couldn't put, not because she's white, black, Spanish, etc. Let's discuss this part. All right. And this is where this particular post ends, by the way, too. All right. So now they're like, we're mixed with African and Indian and Spaniard. Let's be real. Spaniards are part of that mix too. Y'all stay saying y'all Spanish. I don't ever be hearing y'all saying y'all African. Like, oh, we Spanish, we Hispanic, we Latino, we Dominican, we Cuban, we Puerto Rican, right? All that shit. And again, I have no problem with that. But keep it like that. Don't switch it up. Because that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to play the fence here. You one or the other. You can't jump in and out of blackness when convenient. You in blackness or you out of blackness. Right? One or the other. All right. Now we are woke. Woke to what? I don't think you know what woke is. You sound like you really sleep. And we're fighting for the same rights, girl. So you should be really having her back. Because you could have just came at Charlemagne and DJ Envy and been like, hey, why y'all pitting two Dominicans against each other like that? Why you doing that to my Dominican sisters like that? Trying to make them competition with each other when they're supposed to be supporting each other. She could have came at it like that. And I could have had a lot more respect for her if she came at it like that. Yeah, there still would have been some issues about her ignoring colorism, but I could respect that. I could even respect her saying that while mixing in some of this message. But no, she didn't do any of that. She made it all about Cardi B and light-skinned women. She made it all about herself, right? And by the way, she was dragged on the internet because of this, rightfully so. Great, awesome job. And then she's telling you to go back, telling Amara to go back to the Latin world with that. Like, go back to the Latin world with that stuff. Ain't y'all a part of it? Y'all stay staying y'all Latino. Y'all stay staying y'all Spanish and Hispanic. Now all of a sudden, oh, you Indian and African with it too. Okay, it's just whatever. It's just like, really, we ain't dumb. All right, we ain't dumb. We're not stupid. We know what you're doing. And also, she's saying Cardi B made it because she put in work that most couldn't put. That's she acting like, no. Let's be honest. Like, come on. Most couldn't put. Yeah, I guess most people couldn't, just sell themselves, just slut themselves out and smut themselves out like that. I guess she's right. I guess most people couldn't, you know, trick, suck, and fuck and have threesomes and orgies and shit to get where they at. I guess, most people couldn't suck and fuck for beats. She's right. I guess maybe she's right, y'all. Maybe she's right about that. Maybe she's right. Amara La Negra responded to Cardi B's sister post, and it was short and sweet and to the point. And she said, "Mama, I have never said she's not a hardworking girl. I have always admired her. I've said it in every interview. I'm not putting her down, and she deserves everything God is blessing her with, because she's worked for it. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying." And Cardi B's sister has a lot more to say. I may end up making another video about it, but it's just more bullshit, honestly. It's just more bullshit. And, it's like really, like, because you notice, like, she was all saying, oh, like, you're Dominican, I'm Dominican, saying like, kind of like, oh, we kind of like, kind of like sisters in the struggle, kind of like. But she didn't have Amara La Negra's back any time during that whole post. She said nothing in her defense about what she had went through on the Breakfast Club, though. That's the thing. Like, and then you want her to come together and have community with you, which is really low-key bullshit anyway. It's like, yeah, come together when it's, to my benefit, right? We all the same. All skin tones matter, right? When it's convenient, right? Cardi B's sister could have kept this bullshit. She could have kept this to herself. But I guess she wanted to be trending on Twitter or wherever the fuck Instagram or wherever. She wanted to trend. She wanted some attention, and this is how she went about doing it, right? She could have did this if she could have did it in a more positive way, where, honestly, the reason that I even addressed this is because I think it sort of illustrates a lot of, not all, but many, or how many light-skinned women kind of feel and sort of react when it comes to these sort of situations. I think this is something to really take note of, right? Like I said, she had a lot to say, but she didn't really say anything in defense of Amara La Negra, right? She just made it about her, like, light skin, like Cardi B and light skinned women like her and herself. It's just about very self-serving, And also, it's like, oh, let's come together, right? Like, you my sister, we from Dominican Republic, all that stuff, right? And a lot of times that's how colorism, our conversations end, where it's like, oh, let's come together and, we come together and have like this whole kumbaya moment, especially when it comes to like the women come together and have this whole kumbaya moment. But after that, it's like back to business, So it's like low key, kind of like how white folks do. They give you this like kumbaya moment, but they still doing their dirt, doing the same bullshit they've been doing before, right? And that's what it's like here, or rather, that's what it would be like, you know. But I think I should bring this video to a close for the moment. So thanks for watching, you guys. Feel free to give me, leave me your feedback and comments about this situation. I'm not sure if I even want to touch on what else bullshit she said. Maybe. But it kind of gets somewhat redundant a little bit. But perhaps. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.